Yeah, this is the full download of The Theory of Spectrum Communications by Donald L. Schilling et al. From 1982, City College. Then an IEEE fellow. He published this paper in 1982. And during this time, I was taking courses with him at City College using this book, The Principle of Communication System, or The Principle of Communications. Also, I was in his laboratory 502F at City College, from where I learned much on spectrum communication while doing other electronics projects. Well, at that time, I was doing an interface of a PDP-11 computer and a VAX 750 computer, but I continually took courses in communication from Dr. Schilling, or Professor Schilling, as he was known then. So this is a full 30+ pages download of the mathematical or engineering mathematical description of this spectrum communication. And here am I at the UCLA library, and I'm just making a quick scan of this mathematical perspective. So this needs to be turned around here. And spectrum communication. At another time, we will present just a written perspective, wherein students who are not acquainted with these rigorous and robust engineering mathematics can still learn about the theory of spectrum communication. But right now, we are focusing on the mathematical description. I must say, from 1972, that there was no problem with me with the maths or the engineering maths associated with the spectrum communication. What I did have a problem with was the visualization of what was happening, with this spectrum communication, the bit by bit, the meticulous, the microscopic sort of visualization of what was happening. But the engineering mathematical description was no real problem. But the combination of this intangibility and abstractness sometimes caused the maths to be a bit intangible itself. Always with much gratitude that I thank Dr. Schilling, a mentor then at City College, then the president of the IEEE and the chairman, and now I'm told that he's now the expert in wireless communication, being retired from City College from about in the 1990s there. So I'm just scanning through some papers and the maths associated with this spectrum communication. Yours truly, Professor Dolphy, Gilpin at UCLA library, doing this scan, showing the mathematical perspectives of spectrum communication from way back 1982, then and now. Quick scan, 30+ pages. Gratitude to Donald Schilling, or Dr. Schilling, former professor of City College, and his associate Picols and Milstein for this paper, Spectrum Communication. So this is a joint effort from the Los Angeles Public Library and the UCLA Library, Powell Library, the UCLA Library, in the Westwood campus. Robust and rigorous mathematics. Engineering mathematics describing spectrum communication. Thank you for your patience in going through the scan, the mathematical perspective on the theory of spectrum. And this is from 1982. The main authors here are Donald L. Schilling, former president, professor, chairman, and so this come to the conclusion here, which once again gratitude to Professor Donald Schilling, Dr. Schilling, as he's known, and his associate.
Sorry to bother.
Yeah, I'm finished.